The appearance of famous individuals in the entertainment industry is not only limited to appearing on screen, but also spreads their versatility and influence to many different fields. Today, we cannot help but mention a famous Hollywood name, Brad Pitt, who has just marked a new step in his career, not related to acting but related to the art of mixing. Winemaking. Brad Pitt, a movie actor with a series of prestigious awards and a reputation inseparable from Hollywood, has proven to be a talented filmmaker, producer, and now a bartender. At a glittering and anticipated launch, Brad Pitt just introduced a new gin called The Gardener. The Gardener is not just a wine, but also a true work of art, expressing Brad Pitt's love for the art of mixology and his passion for nature. This gin has been personally crafted by Brad Pitt, from carefully selecting the ingredients to creating a unique and interesting flavor. The Gardener carries with it the fresh aroma of herbs and fresh fruits, creating a sophisticated and uniquely Brad Pitt drinking experience. More than just a product, The Gardener is also a story about creativity, dedication, and inspiration. Brad Pitt is constantly proving that his talent is not limited to a specific artistic field, and this gin is further proof of the diversity and versatility of one of the biggest stars. In the world of cinema, Brad Pitt will premiere a new spirit at the Cannes Film Festival. Having already established himself in the premium wine and champagne industry, the actor will launch the Gardener Gin at the annual film festival, people can reveal exclusively. Cannes is the perfect venue, as Pitt's latest venture, billed as the French Riviera Gin, is a premium, dry London-style gin inspired by the south of France. The Gardener has been quietly teased on social media for 2 months as handcrafted by Brad, Tom, and Perrin. The Perrin family are Pitt's original partners in his Merville Wines, and Tom Nicol is a master distiller. It will hit U.S. shops in a limited edition in September. For its formal presentation in Cannes, which kicks off on May 16th, Nicol and bartenders at the iconic Carlton Cannes Hotel have concocted a secret garden cocktail made with gin, lemon juice, orange juice, strawberry syrup, and an egg white. Invitational tastings organized in the comfort of a few very select afternoon bars around Europe have earned it high marks among professionals. Traditionally, dry, London-style gin is considered the purest of gins, as it is unsweetened by sugar with only natural flavors added to the final distillate. In addition to its pronounced notes of juniper, licorice, and coriander, the Gardener contains a notable presence of pink grapefruit, lemon, and orange. The abundant citrus imparts a Riviera-style freshness to its taste. According to Matthew Perrin, whose family has partnered for a decade with Pitt, the Gardener is an expression of the land we cultivate and guard for the generations to come. It is a quest for perfection, dreamed up by friends who share a dedication to art and to craft. To create the spirit, Pitt and Perrin lured Nicol out of retirement. At 68, Nicol is a legend in gin with over 40 years' experience. In 2006, he became the master distiller for Tanqueray N10. Nicol was tempted into the secret, 2-year-long collaboration with Pitt and Perrin by the opportunity to create the gin he always dreamed of. The result is a small distilled, totally organic gin, crisp and fragrant. The advance into spirits marks a significant change in direction, but not the aim of Pitt's portfolio. In the decade since he and then partner Angelina Jolie announced Merville Rosé, he has continually expanded production. First adding other estate vintages, Muse and Studio, and then, after years of development, bringing Fleur de Merville Champagne to market. Pitt's business acumen and devotion to winemaking, as court records attest, is his passion. Since purchasing Chateau Merville with Jolie in 2012 and partnering with the Perrin family the following year, he has steadily enhanced his vineyards and facilities while generating international interest, recognition, and demand. Pitt's flourishing interest has encouraged a number of other celebrities into winemaking estate investments in the region, including George Clooney and George Lucas. As Pitt told people in 2020, above all, Merville is a wonderful, exceptional estate that I fell in love with, and that I continue to invest in to make it one of the finest estates in Provence. For the wine, I partnered with the Perrin family. They have been winemakers for 5 generations. Together, we're in it for the long term. It's not just a passing trend. While the disposition of Merville itself remains a matter of acrimonious court filings between Pitt and Jolie, one industry insider tells people that the matters between them will be worked out sooner or later. What will be left will be Merville, the land and its wine, as well as Brad's knowledge and business sense. Angelina Jolie calls Brad Pitt's winery lawsuit part of a problematic pattern. In new court filing, Brad Pitt, earlier this year, sued ex-Angelina Jolie for selling her interest in their family winery without his approval and violating an agreement she said they never made. Angelina Jolie has expressed the view that the lawsuit filed by her ex-husband Brad Pitt, regarding the Chateau Merville winery they previously owned, is only part of a larger problem. Jolie, 47, filed to manage her case after after a cross-complaint from Brad Pitt, 59, in October over the sale of her interest in Chateau Miraval, a vineyard estate in the South France in the house they bought in 2008. Pitt has argued that they had agreed never to sell similar interests in the family business without the other's consent, an agreement which Jolie is said to have denied ever existed. The new court filing notes that Angelina Jolie assesses that plaintiff's actions were without reasonable basis, were malicious, and were only part of the overall problem. She filed a cross-complaint with the goal of asserting recognize and protect your relevant rights. In this particular case, plaintiff Pitt's allegation that he and Ms. Jolie entered into a secret, unwritten agreement regarding the right to consent to the sale of their interests in the property reflects a direct contravention of the written document and, among other legal issues, a violation of property rights, provided in the Statute of Frauds in Public Policy. Jolie asked the trial jury to extend the review period from 10 to 15 days. Additionally, she has agreed to participate in a resolution meeting or mediation session as an alternative means of resolving the conflict. The document also said that the court ordered both sides to meet and discuss an agreed discovery schedule, but that they were unable to reach any agreement on such a schedule. In his case management statement, dated November 23, Brad Pitt condemned Angelina Jolie for refusing to provide any pending documents and for having attempted to conceal even the most recent settlements. The important agreement concerns trading rights, which is at the core of the current dispute. He has also shown a willingness to participate in the mediation process or hold a conflict resolution meeting. Jolie and Nouvelle were obligated not to sell interest in a private family home and wine business without plaintiff's consent, Pitt said in his filing. They nevertheless did so, secretly, through a purported sale to Tenute Del Mondo, an entity controlled by Russian oligarch Yuri Shetler. Defendants have since attempted a hostile takeover of the business. Plaintiffs seek specific performance unwinding the sale, a constructive trust, and other appropriate equitable relief or damages. In his June lawsuit, Pitt accused Jolie of damaging the reputation of Chateau Miraval. Pitt's legal team said Miraval became his passion project that grew into a multi-million-dollar global business in one of the world's most highly regarded producers of rosé wine, through his work, and Jolie contributed nothing to Miraval's success. Jolie pursued and then consummated the purported sale in secret, purposely keeping Pitt in the dark, and knowingly violating Pitt's contractual rights, read the filing from Pitt's team at the time. Jolie's former business Nouvelle filed its own counter-complaint in this case, accusing Pitt of waging a vindictive war against Jolie ever since she filed for divorce back in 2016 and masterminded a plan to seize control of the winery. In Jolie's October cross-complaint, which contained serious allegations about the September 14, 2016, private plane altercation that led to her divorce filing days later, lawyers wrote that Pitt's claim is false, and no such agreement ever existed. The filing also claimed that Jolie did offer to sell her portion to Pitt, but he allegedly demanded she sign a non-disclosure agreement barring her from speaking outside of court about Pitt's physical and emotional abuse of her and their children. Jolie refused to agree to such a provision, and Pitt walked away from the deal, the lawyers said in the documents. A source close to Pitt told People in response to Jolie's cross-complaint, "It's incredibly sad that she continues to rehash, revise and reimagine her description of an event that happened 6 years ago, adding in completely untrue information to try to get additional attention for herself at the expense of their family."